Ahora voy a hablar sobre otros usos de tan y tanto y tantos y tantas también. So, se puede usar para énfasis en vez de una comparación, por ejemplo. Y en inglés, tan significa so, tanto, so much, tantos y tantas, so many. Por ejemplo, el viaje es tan largo. The trip is so long. Viajas tanto. Okay, most of the time tanto is being used with a verb. Y después tenemos siempre traes tantas maletas. So you always bring so many suitcases. And if you see, tan right here is agreeing, whoops, lo siento. Tan is agreeing with it goes with the adjective here. Tanto, a lot of times, goes with a verb. And then we have tantas is agreeing with the noun in the situation. So when you have tantas or tantos with a noun, you would make it agree with it. Another thing that I wanted to review is ísimo, los superlativos. Another way of using a superlative is using ísimo, which you learned in Spanish too. That ísimo right there actually has an accent mark over it. So I want to make sure that you can see that it's sort of a little hard to see this an accent mark. So how do you put ísimo onto something to make it extremely or very? Lo que tienes que hacer es quitar el vocal y añadir ísimo, ísima, and the plural as well. So it's ísimo, ísima, ísimos, or ísimas, por ejemplo. Malo. Quitas la O, you take off the O, y añadas ísimo. And the reason that I have it masculine and feminine and masculine plural and feminine plural is because it agrees with what it's modifying, because it's being used as an adjective. Well, they are adjectives. Okay, and mucha, again, you take off the vowel and you add ísimo, and then you would make it agree with what you're talking about. Si tienes un consonante, solamente hay que añadir ísimo. No tienes que quitar nada. Difícil, okay, solamente añades ísimo. Fácil, okay, ísimo as well. Now you can't have two accent marks in there. So if it has an accent mark and you add the ísimo to it, you need to keep the accent mark over the I for ísimo. So then with the very easy or very difficult or extremely, okay, you would get rid of that accent mark. So difícil is difficult. Dificilísimo is extremely or very difficult. Fácil, easy. Facilísimo, very easy. And again, you need to practice pronouncing these. Okay. A veces hay que cambiar con la raíz para mantener el sonido. So sometimes you have to change it in its stem to maintain the sound. So if it ends in a C, G, or Z, the C changes to a QU, the G changes to a GU, and the Z changes to a C. Sometimes, not in all the situations. Okay, rico cambia hasta riquísimo. It would be ricísimo if you think about it. You know how these are pronounced, so you know when it needs to change from rico to riquísimo rather than ricísimo. Okay, largo, larguísimo. For example, feliz, felicísimo. It changes to, or some of the ones it changes. Pero algunos que no cambian son dulce, is dulcísimo. So this one doesn't change. Or simpático, simpaticísimo. If you change it dulce and you change this one, it would be dulcísimo, for example. So there isn't any real rule as to which ones change and which ones don't. You just need to know how they pronounce. And when you hear them pronounce, you know if they make the change or not. Okay. Adjetivos que acaban con N o R, por ejemplo, hay que añadir una C. So, jovencísimo, por ejemplo. So, with joven, it ends in an N, so you have to add císimo to it. So that's just another one of those rules that you have to, that you just have to remember. It ends in an N or R. Okay, hay que añadir una C. Algunas expresiones que deben saber son más vale tarde que nunca, better late than never, y es tan astuto como un zorro. He or she is a size of fax. Entonces, si tienen preguntas, deben escribirlas y nos vemos mañana en clase. Adiós.